Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and tonight we are kicking off Monday Night Raw with none other than our Raw General Manager, The Rock. He got himself involved in last night's US Championship matchup between Dolph Ziggler and Rusev. And in the end, he helped Rusev pick up the win in the last man standing matchup. Tonight, The Rock has a huge announcement to make regarding Dolph Ziggler's future. What will it be? We can only fear the worst. Well, we are about to find out what exactly his announcement is going to be. So last night at the Payback pay-per-view, we saw Dolph Ziggler lose. He finally lost the United States Championship, which means Dolph Ziggler is no longer the longest reigning champion in Monday Night Raw's history, and it means Dolph Ziggler is no longer safe here on Monday Night Raw. You know, I decided to get myself a better look at the match because everybody keeps telling me how great Dolph Ziggler is. I just wanted to come out there and see firsthand just how good he is, and perhaps the biggest match of his career thus far against none other than the super athlete of Rusev. So I decided to come out and check out the match for myself, and I saw Dolph Ziggler in a bit of trouble. He turned around, he got super kicked, and that was it. So yet again, Dolph Ziggler proved me to be right. I am right about Dolph Ziggler. Not even the fans think Dolph Ziggler deserves to be the main event superstar here on Raw. He didn't even get voted in as Superstar of the Year. All the fans voted for Seth Rollins, not Dolph Ziggler. These people don't care about Dolph Ziggler. These people don't want to see Dolph Ziggler succeed. I don't even think these people want to see Dolph Ziggler on Raw. I'm here tonight to tell you all that Dolph Ziggler has suffered an injury. He is not here tonight, and nor will he be here for the next 4 weeks. He is out of action for 1 month with a serious concussion, which Rusev gave to him via a super kick and a steel chair shot. So Dolph Ziggler is not here tonight, but I have some news and announcement regarding Dolph Ziggler regardless. You see, Dolph Ziggler, he was immune from being exiled from Monday Night Raw due to the fact that he was a United States champion. Now that Dolph Ziggler is no longer a champion, he no longer serves a purpose here. He no longer needs to be here on Raw, and I'm willing to cut the fat. I'm willing to send Dolph Ziggler on his way because I have been proven right time and time again that Dolph Ziggler is not ready. So I'm going to invest my time, money, and effort into somebody who can actually be a star. I'm not going to waste my time on Dolph Ziggler a second longer. So I'm out here tonight to tell each and every one of you that Dolph Ziggler is fine. What the hell is this? Could it be? Could that be Vince McMahon? Yes, it is! Mr. McMahon is back here on Raw. Vince McMahon is showing up for the first time in over a year. We haven't seen Vince in a long time. The chairman on the board, Vince McMahon, he is back. And obviously he is not exactly thrilled with what The Rock was going to do. The Rock was on the verge of firing Dolph Ziggler, which he has all the rights to do. No longer is Ziggler safe. Well, what is Vince McMahon going to say to The Rock? Let's find out.
First of all, Rock, pardon me for the interruption. But you see, I couldn't help but overhear what you were about to do. You were about to say those two famous words that I know and I've said many times throughout my career, and I love saying it to many of my employees. But this is an occasion that I do not want to hear those words. You see, Rock, the only person getting fired around here is going to be you. Dolph Ziggler's job is not on the line. Dolph Ziggler will not be leaving Monday Night Raw. On behalf of the board of directors, we officially overrule your decision. But Rock, you're not going to get away with it that easy. The reason why you're not going to fire Dolph Ziggler is because you need all the talent you can get. I understand that Dolph Ziggler is out of action. Dolph Ziggler will not be here for the next 4 weeks. But you see, Rock, you need to stop worrying about Dolph Ziggler. You need to worry about yourself. In 4 weeks' time, it's the Bragging Rights pay-per-view. It's the night where Raw and Smackdown compete to determine just which brand is the best of the best. And on that night, there will be 5 different matchups between Raw and Smackdown. with the brand with the most wins walking away as the bragging rights winner. Last year, SmackDown won. This year, I want Raw to win. You see, every single time SmackDown and Raw compete, it's always a SmackDown victory, whether it be at WrestleMania for the first draft pick, whether it be the winner of the Royal Rumble coming from SmackDown, whether it be last year's bragging rights, whether it be last year's WrestleMania tag team match. Every year, it is SmackDown winning. This time, I want Raw to win, and if Raw does not win, Rock, your job is on the line. You must win bragging rights, otherwise you will be fired. You see, Rock, if you lose bragging rights, then you will go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the pay-per-view after bragging rights, in a one-on-one match. And if Dolph Ziggler defeats you on that night, you will be fired, and Dolph Ziggler will get a WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. So, Rock, you better make sure you find a way to win bragging rights, otherwise it's your job on the line, not Dolph Ziggler's. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dolph Ziggler is no longer going to be fired from Monday Night Raw. Instead, it is going to be Rock's job on the line at bragging rights. And I can tell you right now, the first match confirmed for bragging rights will be champion versus champion Dean Ambrose, the WWE champion, versus Kevin Owens, the world heavyweight champion. A rematch that happened on the first episode of 2k16 Universe Mode, so the night after WrestleMania. So we'll see who does win that. On the first occasion, it was Ambrose picking up the win. Can Ambrose make it 2 from 2 over the world champion? So this is what we have in store for you guys this week on Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about what you saw on the screen a moment ago in a second. Batista goes one-on-one with Mark Henry. Emma goes one-on-one with the former Divas champion Naomi. She's looking to rebound after her loss. The Ascension in action, coming up against Perfect Truth in tag team action. Cesaro goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn as well. Rhyno makes his Raw return by going one-on-one with Bad News Barrett. Rhyno made a huge impact last night at Payback. And, of course, he speared, hit the gore on Rusev, our new US champion. And in our main event, Triple H goes one-on-one with Seth Rollins. Rollins is looking to prove that he is the next #1 contender. A victory over Triple H will seal the deal to make Rollins your next #1 contender for Dean Ambrose's WWE Championship. A victory over Roman Reigns last night at Payback certainly helped his cause. Another win over Triple H will certainly prove to be the final nail in the coffin for that. And alrighty, so Batista picks up the win over Mark Henry. Naomi versus Emma. It is Emma, the former Divas champion, picking up a victory over Naomi. Tag team action. It is going to be the Ascension coming away with a victory over Perfect Truth. And our next matchup as well. I guess the Ascension, they're almost on a bit of a roll here. They're pretty close to getting another tag team title opportunity, I should mention there. Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. It is Cesaro picking up another win. He's just flying under the radar a little bit, but keep him in the back of your mind for a new US title contender. Alrighty, so here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man who took out Rusev at Payback. What a statement he made. Returning to Monday Night Raw, it is Rhyno. We knew Raw had the next right to the next free agent by a trade that they did a few months ago, and they picked up Rhyno. What a signing from Monday Night Raw. We talk about The Rock not having a great time of it as a general manager, but he certainly picked up a hell of a signing right here. And we'll talk about The Rock in a moment and his struggle so far as general manager. But right now, Rhyno, the next man in line for the US title, you would believe. Now that Dolph Ziggler is currently out injured, Rhyno has an opportunity to swoop in and get an opportunity at Rusev. We don't know if Rusev will be involved in the bragging rights pay-per-view in a champion versus champion match, which could cost Rhyno an opportunity. We don't know, but we'll find out soon. So Rhyno awaits his opponent tonight. It's going to be Bad News Barrett. A big chance for Rhyno here to get a victory under his belt, but he's going to have to come up against a former two-time Intercontinental Champion, Bad News Barrett, a man who knows a little bit himself about becoming a breakout superstar. Over on SmackDown, Barrett was on the verge of becoming a next-level main event star over there. It didn't quite work out that way for him in the end. I suppose, you know, some guys like Dolph Ziggler, for example, could take pay attention to what happened to Barrett there and make sure that that does not happen to them. Rusev
the new United States champion, and I tell you what, he's going to be one tough champion to beat. He is a mighty, mighty competitor. Very, very good. Bad News Barrett versus Rhyno. This one is underway. So you saw a moment ago we had NXT flash up there on the calendar page, I should say. So NXT will be coming later on this week. We have basically what's going to happen. We're going to have Monday Night Raw as an episode, SmackDown as an episode with main event still spliced in the front of it there. And I'm going to do NXT as its own separate episode. So NXT will be a small episode, one match played per episode, but it will be its own separate episode. Just to give it its own little highlight. If I feel like if I just kind of splice it in the front of a Raw or SmackDown, that will diminish Raw and SmackDown and also won't give NXT at the right time that it kind of deserves. So more information will be coming along about that soon. So when NXT debuts, I'll run through the roster, I'll run through the system that is NXT and everything to do with that. So I just want to let you guys know who... People keep asking me all the time, they still aren't aware that NXT is coming. It is coming, and you'll see it very, very soon. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT is the situation is going to be. So there will be NXT arrivals and takeover specials. The first one will be NXT Arrival. That will take place 2 weeks before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So 2 weeks after Bragging Rights, 2 weeks before Money in the Bank. And I know on the page before it as well, it said Money in the Bank was the next pay-per-view. That's not the case. I just haven't changed that. So just ignore that. Bragging Rights is definitely the next page, pay-per-view I should say. So make sure you keep an eye out for that on the website as well, BrendenPlayz.com. Bragging Rights, everything to do with there will be up there as well. And I will start an NXT page over there as well. So NXT will be coming very soon. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. And we'll talk more about that when NXT does air. But right now, it's Bad News Barrett who picks up and slams down Rhyno right now. Rusev clapping along, pretty happy with that, but a back body drop down goes Bad News Barrett. So what we saw at Payback, it was just Rhyno coming out of nowhere, really. Rusev was beating the hell out of Ziggler, and perhaps Rusev really saved Ziggler from a serious injury. Rusev, caused a concussion to Dolph Ziggler via the super kick and a couple steel chair shots as well. So Ziggler is currently out. He's had some concussion issues in the past as well, so he's kind of re-aggravated that as well. Now Ziggler will be out for Bragging Rights. He will not be available to compete in, so The Rock will not have Ziggler at his disposal. But that's probably okay. I don't think The Rock really wants Ziggler in charge of his Bragging Rights team, which will determine whether or not The Rock keeps his job. If The Rock does lose at Bragging Rights, then his job will be on the line. Ziggler has a chance to get The Rock fired, and I'm sure Ziggler would love nothing more than to do that. And now side headlock applied here by Rhyno on Bad News Barrett. So big chance here for Bad News Barrett as well to get himself a bit of a spotlight here and get himself some momentum. A victory here over Rhyno would certainly do that. So you look at The Rock's track record. I don't know, kind of bouncing between here, but you look at The Rock's track record. The Rock, since coming in as the general manager in January, he lost the Royal Rumble, and he hasn't had the pay-per-view main events at all, except for WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber, Extreme Rules, and Payback were all SmackDown. So The Rock has not had a great time of it. SmackDown has acquired some good names over there as well. SmackDown is just going very strong. They had a very good draft, I think. I think SmackDown has come away strong. I think probably Raw won the draft in the end, but The Rock is refusing to kind of give some of these guys some opportunities. I just don't know what The Rock is doing. He's got a star in the making of Dolph Ziggler on his hands, but for some reason he just does not want to use Dolph Ziggler and give him his chance as a slamming him down. Michinoku driver there by Rhyno, but Rusev is getting himself involved there, making sure that he cannot get the pinfall there. So Rusev, he does not want Rhyno to win here, because he knows if Rhyno beats Bad News Barrett, that would probably mean that Rhyno is the next man in line. Rhyno can't just come here on Raw and get a title shot straight away. He has to earn it. That's the way that things run around here. I mean, Cesaro's a guy who picked up a big win over Sami Zayn earlier as well, so certainly right now, Rhino's got a little bit of work to do. Wait a minute, here comes Rhyno! Rhyno launching himself at Barrett with the spear to the outside! The gore to the outside there by Rhyno! Rhyno risking it all, and Bad News Barrett was crushed there by Rhyno to the outside. And now a belly-to-belly slam, so Rhyno showing us what he can do. The veteran of the game, Rhyno. He's still got it, and he's still as good as ever. What a move there by Rhyno. Now he has to get Barrett in the ring and try and pick up the win. And Barrett, though, is going to hit back and just drill Rhyno into the ringside apron, I should say. Now Rhino's going to get dazed and stunned here. Barrett's going to take the count-out victory if it's on offer. It will not be, though, as Rhino's back in the ring. Bad News Barrett now going to launch Rhyno into the corner. And Barrett pretty gingerly getting over there. He's still kind of suffering the effects of that spear. But can he pick Rhyno up? He can. He has him in the corner. And he tried for perhaps a suplex or something like that. Now Rhyno thought he was going to fly off the top rope. Not his style. And he decided against it. Probably a good idea, Rhyno. Don't try anything that you haven't really perfected. Certainly at the age that Rhyno is, you know, the veteran status that he has, you know, all the years he's competed, you know your game in and out. There's no need to take risks that you know you're probably not going to be able to execute. You know what moves you're capable of, you know, producing. You know what you're able to do. So stick to it. Bad News Barrett now taken down. Rhyno hooking the leg, trying to win this match up. And a count of 2, and he'll kick out. So Rhyno looking pretty good, though. His first real challenge since returning last night at Payback. Rusev really didn't get much offense in at all on Rhyno. It was all Rhyno on that occasion. I know Rusev would love an opportunity to hit back here. And I think just watching Rhyno lose would be the ultimate revenge. Bad News Barrett back to his feet now. But Rhino's got a hold of him. He's going to pick him up. Tempted suplex. And he just, instead of flipping him over and hitting the suplex, decides to drop him right down instead, landing on the belly. So Rhyno looking pretty good right now. And oh, wait a minute, he's going to the second rope. Is he going to fly? And a splash off the second. Well, we said that he doesn't like the top rope. He's not afraid of the second one, however. A big splash there, and that will certainly take the wind out of Bad News Barrett right there. Now Bad News Barrett into the corner he goes. Rhyno, tempted kick. He's trying to kick Barrett. He's just not trying to get too close because that's why he didn't want to get too close, trying to get a kick in there because he knew Bad News Barrett was going to counter it, and that's exactly what happened. But now Rhyno has him up with the shoulders, and he's just, oh, the gut buster there. It was the rack attack and then the gut buster as well. So Rhyno bringing out all the moves right now. He's really sending a message to Rusev. And now the pile driver. Oh my, the pile driver there by Rhyno. Something we don't see very often. The veteran bringing out all the moves. Rusev distracting the referee, and Rhyno cannot take advantage. Rusev keeps this one alive. But for how much longer, though? That's the question. How much longer can Rusev keep this alive for Barrett? Because Bad News Barrett has barely got any offense in at all. Rhyno is dominating him right now. And Rhyno now the kick to the midsection there on Barrett. Now attempted submission. Has the arm. Is Barrett going to tap? Bad News Barrett? No, he will get out of it. And he stays in it. And Rhyno now, here we go. Big time DDT. Very quick. And I think Bad News Barrett has been busted open. Rhyno now with a leg drop. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hang on a second. Rhyno for the cover. Monday Night Raw will be back in a second. He kicks out at 2. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on Raw. And it's Rhyno and Bad News Barrett still battling it out right now. Barrett in a little bit of trouble. Thrown over the top rope now by Rhyno. Rhino's continuing the assault. Rusev just keeps getting involved here on this matchup, not allowing Rhyno really to take advantage and pick up the victory here. Bad News Barrett is in a bad way, that's for sure. He is struggling right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay in this one. He is in real trouble. Rhyno now picks Barrett up. Trying to take advantage, but Barrett will counter. So Rhyno is staring down the barrel of a match against Rusev. Two big men that will match up strongly. It's a match that I think Rusev will be very fearful of. You know, Rusev was the man to finally derail Dolph Ziggler after months and months of Rusev trying to finally capture a title here in his career. He's finally got one. He's had the help of The Rock to get it done. Now Rusev's on his own. And now he has Rhyno to deal with. And here we go, a cover now by Rhyno. And Barrett will kick out of the count of 2. Not quite yet for Rhyno. He's getting close though, very, very close indeed. And Barrett trying to get back to his feet. It's Rhyno up first. And Rhyno has Barrett up. Here we go now. Drills him down. Another driver right into the mat. And Rusev going to get himself involved again. And Rhyno cannot take advantage once again. The referee has to do something here about Rusev. Rhyno thought for sure that he was going to be able to pin Bad News Barrett and put him away and win this matchup. But maybe it's the one thing that Rhyno needs to hit, and that is the gore. And oh, the bull hammer elbow! The bull hammer! Oh, it's over. He's going to go for one more perhaps. He's already hit one. He wants another one on the big man, but Rhyno counters somehow. Well, Bad News Barrett has messed up big time. Hit the ball hammer, but he didn't go for the cover. Instead, he wanted to go for a second one. And that may cost him the win here. I really think that may cost him an opportunity to come away with the W. Because I think Bad News Barrett had Rhyno beat. But instead, he didn't go for the cover. Now the pile driver. The pile driver to Bad News Barrett. And that may be enough to put him away. Rhyno now hooks the leg. 1, 2, and he's got it. A count of 3. Rhyno picks up a much-needed victory. It was almost taken away from him at the last second by Bad News Barrett. But a huge win here for Rhyno. Rusev kept getting involved, but Rhyno kept on fighting. And Rhyno, with the pile driver, putting Bad News Barrett to rest. With the 1, 2, 3 count, it was over. Rhyno now sends a statement to Rusev and everybody in the back that he is back and he is ready to go and he's ready to take that United States Championship from Rusev. Alrighty, so Rhyno, he's one step closer. I think he needs to win a couple more matches, but he's going to be very close to getting himself a United States Championship matchup. So really, I thought it was Bad News Barrett who was going to pick up the win. The bullhammer at the end, but he didn't go for the pin. Instead, he got caught with a pile driver. And Rusev perhaps thought Bad News Barrett had it covered. He didn't decide to try and help him out. And Rhyno sneaks away with the win. And Rhyno will see Rusev very soon. He was looking at Rusev whilst he was going for the cover there as well. Just sending an even bigger message. Rhyno with a huge win here tonight. Can he get a victory over Rusev in the future for the US title? We will find out later on. Main event time right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Triple H versus Seth Rollins. And Triple H coming off a devastating loss to Dean Ambrose at the Payback pay-per-view. Coming very close to picking up a victory over the champion and winning the WWE Championship for the first time here in Universe Mode. But unfortunately for Triple H, not able to do so. All he had to do was hit one pedigree, you thought, on Ambrose at the end and it was going to be over. But Ambrose good enough to pick up the win. And Triple H will have to live to fight another day. And tonight, that is his day. He's looking to pick up a victory over Seth Rollins here to keep himself in the hunt. But Seth Rollins, a victory over Roman Reigns last night at Payback, you would have to assume he is now in the box seat. Another victory over Triple H. And he is a definite to be the next man in line to take on Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins, of course, losing the WWE Championship back at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view to Roman Reigns in the Elimination Chamber match. He had a rematch at WrestleMania where he had the match won, but Ambrose stole the pin. It was really Rollins' match to win. Rollins had put Roman Reigns away, but Ambrose stole the pin, and Rollins couldn't take advantage, and then Roman Reigns was the man to get a title shot, and then it was Triple H. Seth Rollins believes it should have been him the whole time, and now Rollins has a chance to get a bit of revenge. He got his revenge on Roman Reigns last night. Now he wants his revenge on Triple H, who he believes that Triple H should not have leapfrogged him. He believes Triple H should not have got his opportunity over Rollins. And now tonight, Rollins steps in the ring with Triple H to teach him a lesson perhaps, and prove to Triple H that it should have been Rollins this whole time. Seth Rollins versus Triple H. Here we go. This one is underway. And now both men locking up to kick this one off. Triple H has Rollins against the rope though. The referee not enforcing the break yet. I think he's doing it right now. He does. He forces both men away. But Rollins with a cheap shot there. So Seth Rollins, I mean, he's been fighting. He's been fighting to keep his spot going. Many believe Rollins was in danger of losing his spot at the top of the card. But I think this whole time we knew Rollins was a class act. We knew Rollins was good enough to keep going and perhaps win back that championship one day. He's very close right now. He just has to pick up a couple more big victories and he will be right there again. Beating Roman Reigns last night at the pay-per-view certainly helped his cause. Now he just has to beat Triple H one more time. Ambrose waiting in the wings. But Ambrose now, as we found out earlier on, will be going one-on-one with Kevin Owens at the Bragging Rights pay-per-view for a championship versus championship matchup. The titles will not be on the line, but it's champion versus champion. We're going to find out who is the best champion right now in the WWE. Now that both men, they've had 2 months to kind of hone their craft a little bit. 2 months to kind of learn and experience the main event status. What life is like being a champion. Both men have had time to experience that. The first time these two men they met was the Raw after WrestleMania, and both men had only just won the titles for the first time. But now we're going to see these two after a couple months of being champions. We're going to see who is truly the best right now. So I don't know when Seth Rollins will get his shot. I don't know if it will be on a Raw or he'll have to wait until Money in the Bank. But Rollins right now on the top rope, looking to fly. And he went for that frog splash that was enough to beat Roman Reigns at the Payback pay-per-view. This time Triple H, he probably knew that it was coming. He must have watched Seth Rollins' match earlier on and knew the frog splash could have been inbound, and he got the hell out of there. Triple H now picks Seth Rollins up, has a hold of him. And Rollins, though, sweeps Triple H off his feet. Nicely done there by Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins, if he wins this one, he'll be the #1 contender. But, like I said, will he have to wait until beyond bragging rights? Because if you're Seth Rollins, you're on a hot streak right now. You want to face Dean Ambrose straight away. And I mean, it could be Seth Rollins instead of Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. That's the thing. If Seth Rollins gets a title match next week, it may be champion versus champion, but the champion may no longer be Dean Ambrose. It may be Seth Rollins. And that would be disastrous if you are Dean Ambrose. I know Dean Ambrose would love one more chance to get in there with Kevin Owens. Rollins takes down Triple H. And now Seth Rollins in control. Triple H just has to get himself out of this little rut here. He's struggled to get out of the blocks. And Seth Rollins in control. Rollins now over the top rope and counters Triple H here. Here we go. Flips Triple H over. Shoulders are down. 1, 2, and he kicks out. And no reverses. Seth Rollins now back with the reversal. Counter 2. Triple H now trying to win the match up. And Rollins will kick out and end the sequence. Both men trying to win this match desperately. Triple H, he knows if he loses here, he'll no longer be in the title hunt for a few months. Basically, it guarantees you that title shot. Everything's really on the line right now for these two. Triple H has Rollins up. And Rollins counters with a DDT. I thought he might have been going for that spine buster or something along those lines. But Rollins countered it. And now, here we go. Oh, the kick right to the button there on Triple H. Triple H in some trouble. The fans are behind Triple H, though. They're supporting him right now. He's in trouble, though. Hook of the leg now by Rollins. And Triple H will kick out. And Seth Rollins, he's been gaining a little bit of support from the fans in recent times as well. I don't know how he's really reacted to that, but many believe Seth Rollins is becoming quite a popular figure among the fans for the first time in a long time, really. I mean, Seth Rollins has always been very much so a hated villain among the fans, but I think the fans are coming to respect Seth Rollins, and I think the fans, I think a lot of the fans agree with Seth Rollins, and they agree that he deserves to be the #1 contender, deserves his opportunity to get his title back against Dean Ambrose, but he hasn't had that opportunity. I think many of the fans want to see Seth Rollins get that chance. Rollins now in some trouble. Triple H has a firm hold of him, and he gets shrugged away though, and now Rollins, side slam there, takes it down Seth Rollins. Triple H now an opening, a chance to put Rollins away and get himself back in this matchup even. And he does, but it's only a count of one. Seth Rollins still in it, but Triple H just getting a bit of control on this one. Gets back to his feet first. Both men struggling a little bit. Now Seth Rollins is in trouble. Triple H with the spine buster. Now he wants the pedigree. He's going to show Seth Rollins how it's done. The pedigree now. Triple H. No, Rollins with the counter. He knew it was coming. Triple H now with the counter. Pedigree versus pedigree in this one. And the backbreaker there. Triple H with the knee right into the back of Seth Rollins. And now Triple H, what's he thinking about doing here? Well, nothing fancy about that, folks. Just the knee right to the head of Seth Rollins. It's not pretty, but it's very effective. And now, the hook in the leg. Triple H trying to put Rollins away. Not able to do it, though. It's a count of one. Rollins comfortably kicking out. Triple H has to try and hit one big move, you'd think, to put Seth Rollins away here. Triple H now launches Seth Rollins into the corner. Seth Rollins, he has to get out of this predicament. Triple H is about ready to try and put Seth Rollins away here. Look out. Triple H now at the top. The right hand now. The suplex off the top. Launching Seth Rollins, and now Triple H has a real chance. Gonna roll him over. And he's not gonna go for the 3 count, is he? Or perhaps he's just gonna set Rollins up in for a better position there for the knee drop. Rollins back to his feet now. Triple H. Triple H takes Rollins off his feet one more time. Very close now. It was all Seth Rollins early on. Triple H, though, has worked his way back into this matchup. The spinebuster from earlier on, the suplex off the top. He just needs to look for the pedigree right now. And he just launches Seth Rollins back onto his back once again. But Rollins able to kick, get a kick there to Triple H. And now Rollins, wait a second. He's going to look for the pedigree. Seth Rollins with the pedigree. And connects. Rollins now. He might just put Triple H away really out of nowhere, wasn't it? Rollins was getting beat up by Triple H. Hits the pedigree. This could be it. And no, Triple H gets the shoulder up. Wow. Triple H, he knows how to kick out of a pedigree, that's for sure. You're probably going to have to look for that curb stomp. Triple H still in the match. This match continues on. Triple H is fighting for his spot at the top. Fighting for his career. Seth Rollins doing the same. Triple H now has the arm of Seth Rollins and sends him over for a big back body drop. Now he wants to look for the pedigree himself. Triple H trying to put Rollins away. Here we go now. Triple H. He's going for it. The pedigree. Here we go. No. Wait a second. Rollins with a counter and a clothesline. Seth Rollins countering the pedigree. And Rollins has learned a thing or two himself. Triple H trying to send him down. Not going to happen though. And now Seth Rollins. He's going to look for one himself. The pedigree. Triple H has been busted open as well. He doesn't know where the hell he is. Rollins now hooks the leg. This will be it, you'd think. And Rollins has done it. Rollins defeats Triple H and is now the #1 contender for Dean Ambrose's WWE Championship. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. It is coming, ladies and gentlemen. What a victory by Seth Rollins there. Unbelievable win. And he's been building and building to this moment. He wants that title shot. He wants his chance at revenge. Dean Ambrose stole Seth Rollins' WWE title at WrestleMania. Now Rollins wants it back. He wants one more chance. And he's going to get it against Dean Ambrose. When? We don't know. But we know it is coming. And it's coming very soon. Ambrose versus Owens at bragging rights, you would assume, unless Seth Rollins has something to say about that. But Seth Rollins, what a victory for him here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us for another episode of Monday Night Raw. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like on it. It'd be great if we could hit 7 likes to celebrate NXT coming very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for watching. SmackDown's coming up next, then it's NXT. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. What a match this is going to be. And I cannot wait to see who comes away with the win on this one.